877-600 Gang.
PhilsGang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang Radio Show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang Social Media, keeping you connected.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com. Warning, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
The American people think the reason for inflation is government spending more money. Simply not true.
That is, the guy's insane to say something like that. That is absolutely crazy. But before we go there, let's go to another crazy person. Aunt B. Yellen.
We really protected most Americans from severe financial crisis consequences of.
Oh, yeah. How could she say something like that? Are you kidding me? The consequences are autos, right, up over 40%. Gasoline, you know that, 43%. Coffee, 78%. I don't have to go through these numbers with you. How could she say, what planet is she living on? This is the problem. They just lie. That's all they do. They get up there and lie. Take disposable income. Money you have left after paying your wages, your taxes on your wages, and so forth. It's now negative, the first time in 20 years, by $2 trillion. If you spread that among the working folks, that means people are making about 12% less. They have about 12% less in cash to spend. What are you, nuts? What's she talking about? This is crazy. Credit card debt has increased. Big time. We have folks that can't pay their payments. The average person with credit cards and auto loans right now are 90 days behind on their payment. What do you mean she hasn't hurt them? Why are they 90 days behind? You got to be kidding me. When you got auto loans at all-time high, student loans all-time high, mortgage loans all-time high, household debt all-time high. Here it is, I'm sorry. 24% of consumers are either late they're late about 90 days. 90 days. About 24% of consumers are late on their payments. Past due 90 days, 24%. Here's the one. Even the subscriptions of magazines. We've never had such an increase in cancellation. A 12-year high. What are you, nuts? These people just lie. Consumer confidence has dropped like a flying crowbar from 18 to 9% in a few months. Durable goods, those appliances, the big screen TVs, the things that's what grows the economy. When people go and buy these big screen TVs and appliances and air conditioning, all this stuff, the big appliances, durable goods are down big time. They're not spent. They don't have enough money to spend on those. So how did you protect somebody that can't go buy a washing machine, you idiot? What are you, stupid? See, that's the problem. We always get these geniuses like her or Powell or any of these people. Biden, yeah, right, he's a genius. Bernanke. They're so smart. They select these guys to run the Federal Reserve because they're smart. They're so book smart that they're so stupid. They're so smart, they're stupid. They don't have an ounce of common sense. This woman wouldn't know how to tie her shoes. Let's talk about the market. Please, I'm begging you. Are you buying on the dip again today? What are you, nuts? Everybody's in buying Procter & Gamble today. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Now, remember who kept telling you to buy on the dip? What did he finally say today? He told the truth. I told you, don't buy on the dip, because these stocks that you're buying, if you're investing in a stock long term and you're investing on the dip, you're crazy, because it's not going to work, because the trend of these stocks are down. These are called snapbacks. When these stocks go up like this, they're called snapbacks. That's all they are. That means everybody who was making money shorting them like us are taking profits now, and it moves up, and it creates an illusion. Hey, I better get in that stock, man, before it goes from $10 to $15. No, There's no buyers there. It's the same people who sold short. If I made $1,000 or $5,000 selling a stock short, I don't make it till I go buy it. So if a stock, let's just say a stock's at $50, and I believe it's going to go to 25. You bought it at 50, thinking it's going to go to 100. So I say to you, hey, I think you made a mistake. I think it's going to go from 50 down to 25. Let me borrow it from you. I'll borrow the stock from you. And you laugh, say, sure, because the reason why he's going to let me borrow the stock, because if I'm wrong, if it goes up, and he thinks it's going up, I'm going to have to pay him the difference. I'm going to lose money. But if it goes down, I make the money. So if the stock was at 50, he's wrong. All of a sudden, it goes from 50 down to 25. Hey, Frank, you owe me some money here. You owe me the difference between 50 and 25. I've been shorting this stock. So I go in and buy the stock, not at 50, but at 25. That's called short covering. So the stock moves up and he loses and I make money. So the point is that the market has stalled because they told you the key to this market right now is, can it hold the February 24th low? It's been doing this now for over 15 trading days. They won't let it break. Every time it breaks through, they run it back up. But if you're going in and buying Procter & Gamble, they're always saying, go buy anything that people need. Buy soap or toothbrush or anything they eat, food, anything they eat, whatever. Well, Procter & Gamble had a nice rally today, but you got a problem. My members who bought Procter & Gamble, they did terrific today because guess what? They're doing a swing trade. They're going to be in it for maybe 1 day or 2 days the most. These are experienced members. But it's not a stock that you invest in, that you stay in for, 1, 2, 3 months, 5 months. Those are called position trades. All these stocks that are going up, they're not position trades. If you have a mobile device, go to my site, philsgang.com, and I'll show you. I'll show you on your mobile device. You'll see it right here. If you go to my site, philsgang.com, I'll point it out to you. You see what's going on. You're going to get killed. So Bob Pisani, while you're doing that, Bob Pisani finally come out and tell the truth after he's been lying for about, 2 months. He says, don't buy in the dip anymore. Listen.
The market's tried to rally several times since late February, but to no avail because buying on the dip is simply not working.
Yeah, but he was the one who was promoting it. And I kept saying, no, don't do that. Don't listen to him. So here, I'll show you. If you have a mobile device, go to philsgang.com and I'll point it out to you right now what's going on. This is why you people are going to always lose money. If you take a look, this is the trend line right here. This is called the Pro 2 trend line. See how the trend line is going down, but the stock is going up. So you switch charts, and right here, you see how that's going up? That's called a swing trade. You're in it for 1 or 2 days and you're up. Maybe you make 3%, 4%, and you're gone. But for those who are buying on a dip as an investment, you're going to get killed because it's going to come right back down. You never buy a stock for an investment when the trend is going down. That means more money is going out. The only reason why it's going up is because they're covering their short position. God, don't stop listening to these people.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, what, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Pick your words and say them again.
Definition of inflation. A continuing rise in the general price level, usually attributed to an increase in the volume of money and credit relative to available goods and services.
The American people think the reason for inflation is government spending more money. Simply not true.
It's unbelievable. Okay, listen. I hope you're not getting caught up in this rally. If you are buying stocks today, make sure as I told my members, make sure you're doing just what we call swing trades. That's all. You don't go in and buy a stock today for a long-term investment because the trend is down. Example, I just showed you. If you went to my mobile device, you could see it. In fact, if you take, let's say you take a stock like, I'll give you, let's take a stock like Apple. Apple has a severe downtrend. There's more money coming out of Apple than going in. Now you're going to ask, well, why did the stock go up today? Those are called sucker plays. They're going up today because the people who shorted it from $183 down to $150, they're going to take their profits. So that's what moves it up. But then when they take their profits, they're gone. There's no more buyers, and your stock goes back down. So make sure if you're buying a stock that the trend of money is going, more money going in than money that's going out, and you won't get caught. This is why 80% of people lose money in the stock market. They don't understand this. All they hear is buying the dip, buying the dip. And what happened? Even Pisani, who's now admitting it doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Because anytime your stock drops out of an uptrend channel, meaning the flow of money, it breaks away from that money, that means you're breaking away from buyers. You're not near buyers. Sure, the stock will move up, but that's because of short covering. That's it. This is where people lose so much money instead of being patient, and wait, if you're an investor, to make sure that the money is going back into the stock, whether it's Microsoft, Apple, whatever, GE, IBM, whatever, the money's going back in, and the S&P or the Dow or whatever you're buying, the Qs, are back up in trend. That's where the buyers are. But right now, what people don't understand, this is not over yet. This crash is not over yet. It's not going to be over until there's a capitulation. All right, listen. So, listen to this, right? This is an ad they're running. This is Jen Psaki, Carrot Head, and they're doing ads now. Listen.
You may have noticed this week that your gas prices have gone up. I want to talk to you a little bit about why. A lot of it has to do with Vladimir Putin, and there's opportunities to produce more from here. But part of this is on the oil companies. Right now, there are 9,000 approved unused permits that oil and gas companies could tap into now to ramp up production. That's why the president has been so focused on investing in clean energy technologies, so that we can rely on that and not President Putin to set the price of gas.
What a liar. God. First of all, the 9,000 leases. I was in the oil business. When you go bid on these leases on federal land, you don't go cherry pick. You get a basket of them. And most of them, 80% are garbage. There's no oil. So these leases that are sitting there, this 9,000 she's talking about, most of those have no oil. And the geologists found they had no oil. That's not why they're not drilling them. Now, they're also saying, isn't it awful? We got to get these oil companies. They're making too much money. Wait a minute. Apple was making was grossing like $245 billion. And it was making they're grossing about 200 and I think it's 240. I'll look it up later, but I'm pretty close. 245 billion, and they're netting about 7 billion. Okay, now I'm sorry, you're right. That's right, 75 billion. So making 245 billion, and they're making 75 billion in profit. But mobile is making about the same amount of gross, around 235, something like that. But they're only netting 6.8 billion. So on nearly the same gross, let's say $200 billion, the oil company is making just 6.8 billion, but Apple is making, what, 47 billion. So why they pick it? Why don't they go after Apple? This is all crap. So look, when she says, she's telling us how all these permits are, these people are on the ropes. They know it. Look, Biden claims the government spending doesn't cause inflation. Now, first of all, yesterday we proved he was lying, and she was lying, saying that it was Putin who drove the gasoline prices up. Well, we proved that's a lie. Because remember, he was inaugurated on January 20th, 2021. He shut down Keystone and all the gas leases, okay, 1 day later. 1 day later, okay? So we had an 86-cent increase in gasoline from June 2020 to June 2021. Wait a minute. How can you blame Putin? He wasn't even on the Ukraine border with the 90,000 troops until November of 2020. These guys are liars. They're liars. Pants on fire. Are you nuts? So Biden claims the government spending doesn't cause inflation. If that were so true, Joe, then why is it when government when government prints massive amount of money out of thin air, nothing to back it up, to spend on bridges to nowhere and socialist programs like the Obama phone, why is it that businesses, both large and small, what they do is they start increasing their prices to compensate for the inflation? If there was no inflation, Joe, why would they raise prices to compensate for inflation? God, these people are just liars. Please do not be buying on the dip here. You'll get killed.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, when Aunt Bee tells us how she protected everybody, really? Are you kidding? What a lie that is. Protect. I don't call it protection when you're paying 40% more for an automobile than you did last year and your gasoline is up the yin-yang. Are you kidding me? Go to the store, beefs up 52%. Do you believe she protected you? Hate to see what it would be like if she didn't protect us. What are you, nuts? Are you nuts? Hourly wages aren't keeping up with the 7.9% inflation. It's not 7.9%, by the way. It's 15%. They rigged it. They changed the way they used to calculate inflation. Who did that? Senator Dodd. We're talking going back in the 80s. And this dope, our president. Are you kidding? They're the ones that rigged it. They wanted to show inflation was lower because they didn't want to have to pay the people on Social Security the adjustment for inflation. So Biden didn't want to pay it. And so he and Dodd was a real crook, that guy. He took more kickbacks than anybody. But let's get back to the market. Look, I'm telling you, you're going to look nice. Say, oh my God, look at this. The market's up 600. I should have been in there buying. Wait a minute. So make sure if you're going to be in there buying, you're buying the leadership where all the big institutions go with their money. And the institutions aren't going there. So, for example, take the banks. The banks lead. They lead. Coca-Cola doesn't lead. Coke doesn't lead. Johnson & Johnson doesn't lead. The banks. So it's got to tell you something. If Bank of America is not going up today, when you have yields over 2%, are you crazy? Let's take a look at Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo's not going up when you got yields over 2%. Usually these stocks would be up 5, 6, 7% today. They're not. It's telling you something's wrong. And what's wrong is that Biden's created an inflation bomb. I mean, just think about what he's done. It's crazy. Government spending is the root of all evils. And what's the biggest evil? Inflation. It's a killer. Not only kills economies, but it kills governments. What happened to Venezuela? What happened to Cuba? Inflation. It killed the governments. The socialists took over. So again, if you go back and you look and start with Baby Bush and then Obama and Biden administration, start with 2008 to 2009. Instead of doing what was right, letting us go into recession and get rid of all the debt and start coming back and start going into those stocks that are value stocks, you want stocks making a profit before you buy them. Instead, they rigged it and said, no, let's not go with the value stocks. Let's go take the tech stocks and we'll print and print and print and print till we go crazy, $125 trillion, and we'll push those stocks up and we'll make a fortune. Screw Main Street. Biden saying government spending government spending is not inflationary? This is insane. Listen what he did. The first thing he did, he ordered Powell immediately to print $4.5 trillion to send to brokerage houses on Wall Street, his buddies. He had them print another $2.5 trillion, went to security dealers on Wall Street. Also, thank you for bundling money for me. They were two of his biggest bundlers on Wall Street, brokerage houses, security dealers. First thing he did in office, he printed that money. That's printed money. That's not money coming from productivity. And when money doesn't come from productivity, you're screwed. You're going to pay for it someday down the road. He says he's not creating inflation. $120 billion a month to monetize corporate debt. What does that mean? Corporations ready to go bankrupt. He goes in and buys all the debt from them. So now they got new cash and can stay alive for another day. Been doing this for 14 years, called zombie companies. $100 billion a month for monetized government debt to prop them up. $215 billion a month to monetize bank debt to prop them up again. $180 billion a month to purchase from banks mortgage-backed securities so they can have some cash and live. $1 trillion a day to prop up the banks called robo, because the banks overnight, they lend other banks. And the four biggest banks lend all these little banks overnight. They're not doing it anymore because they don't trust them. So the government's printing that money and taking and paying these banks overnight, keeping them alive overnight. $100 billion a month for stock buybacks. Now that's on top of the bailout packages. He printed the American Rescue Plan, $2 trillion. He printed $2 trillion for the American Family Plan. He printed $3 trillion for infrastructure. They haven't built the bridge. They haven't even painted a bridge yet because it takes 2 years to get a permit before you can even paint a bridge. Do you ever see those black? They're like black things. If you go by a bridge or something, construction site, and it'd be like black felt around the road to like make sure there's some water, they don't want debris or anything going in that water. That you'll see like it's a black felt. It's about 3 feet high, and they run it near water so the dirt don't go in the water. Do you know it takes almost 3 years to get that permitted? 3, you wouldn't believe. I know. I was in the business. What you have to go through to get the approval for that, just to put this little fence up. But let's get back to the point. This is all inflationary. This money doesn't come from productivity. Doesn't. $10 billion he printed to subsidize anybody who had their rent was behind, remember, or their mortgage behind. He just printed. Let's print $10 billion, give it to him. I'm a socialist. Let's give it to him. Don't matter. And then he's lying to us, telling us there's no inflation. How about when he printed $7 trillion for his child tax credit? You know what the consequences are with all this kind of printing? When you spend money and it's not associated with increased productivity, here's what happens. When they spend the money, they're spending it at a rate 24% faster than their wage income. Tell me that's not inflationary? Or they're spending it 18% faster than the wages they earn. That's why you're seeing gasoline up and meat up and everything else. You're hurting. All of these programs, all this money comes to $125 trillion. That is Biden. That's a massive inflation bomb. He owns it. It has nothing to do with Putin. So how are we going to make money in the market? We're going to make money in the market by making sure we're not losing money right now. And we're going to wait. Two things are going to happen. Either he's going to come out and announce that he's not going to raise rates 7 times. He may say, I'm going to raise rates 1 or 2 times. I'm not going to raise it 50. He'd probably say, I'm going to raise rates instead of 7 times. I'm going to raise rates 2 times. And I'm not going to raise it 50 basis points at a time. I'm going to raise it 25 basis points at a time. So then you could get a rally. You could get a big rally. But wait till that occurs. Because if he doesn't do that, and he stays on course, we haven't yet figured out. We don't know what's going to happen. So you want to be in there buying today? When there's more money going out of your stocks instead of going in? That's crazy. And you want to be buying the banks. And when the banks aren't going up, when we have yields this high, it's telling you something is wrong with the market. Something is wrong. Remember the big pullback we had in January 24th? The same thing happened right before that big monster pullback. I said something's wrong. I told my members something's wrong. Yields are high and the banks aren't going up. Something's wrong. Let's take our positions off. Thank God we did. And then let's short, and we did. Look, join my gang. It's free for 10 days. Free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance and long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what? 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
We think if you have a 9 to 12 month time horizon, this is a very good opportunity to be putting money to work in the stock market.
That is ridiculous. If you have a 9 to 10 to 12 month horizon, good time to put money. Are you nuts? We are not planting a tree. We're not planting a rose bush. Going to sit there and watch it? What are you, nuts? That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, that's okay for a guy like Buffett. He could go buy Amazon today, and if Amazon, drops 30, 40%, he could care less. He could care less. Can you take that hit? See, that's another thing. Most stocks are down 30%. Do you know if you're buying a stock today? I mean, this guy thinks he's buying a plant. He's going to water it. If you buy a stock today, say down 30%, which most of them are, do you know you got to rally that stock 45% to break even? If you're in that stock and it dropped, and now you're going to go back in that same stock, you got to get that stock to rally 45%. And you have all overhang above you. You have people saying, hey, if I get half my money out, I'm out of here. I want half my money. I'm out of here. Look, understand how the market works. I always tell you, our team here, the work we do, the focus is on not losing money. Making money is a piece of cake. Anybody can make money. Not losing money is the art. That's the art. Not losing money. Listening to these guys, you're going to lose money. I don't care what stock you got in today. If you got into Apple today and you bought it today and it went up 3% and you're happy it's going up, don't you realize that more money is going out of that stock than going in it? Don't you realize the trend of money is going out, not in? These are called snapbacks. Wouldn't you rather get in that stock when it's no longer a snapback, but the stock is now a power stock? That's the difference between making money and not making money. And it's so difficult to teach people how not to lose money. Once you get that, and once you focus on that, the rest is a piece of cake. Making money is so easy. And when you turn around and you know how to make money when the market's going down. Now remember, if you don't want to come to class, you don't have to. If you join our gang and you decide to stay with our working investor program, with the Pro 2 color-coded chart is patented, every day you just select from our our member portfolio, our actual stocks in our portfolio, or you can even select for one of my personal stocks in my personal portfolio. And every day you're told exactly what to do with that stock based on the color-coded chart. Now you got 10 days to check it out. And people love it because people especially are busy and they don't have time, or people who have time but they don't want to go back to school, and I don't blame you, I get it. They love it because they sit there, they wait to see posts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or they come home from work and they have their supper, they flip open, go to his posting, and he tells you exactly what to do. Caterpillar's one we're following, for example. So that's one of our stocks. It's one of my 5 stocks.
Caterpillar. Yesterday we went with a Scout long. Today we're just going to continue holding it. Remember what I said. This will probably start to pull back before it turns and goes up because your daily is really high here. So only 1 share.
But you notice he's just setting up the position. That's called position trading. 1 share. You're not going to make money on 1 share. Don't you think we know that? We think we're stupid. We know you can't make money on 1 share. But that's not the point. You got to set up your position. You got to let that position come to you. You don't go chase it. That's why 80% of people lose money, and that's why 20% make money, like us, because we wait for the position to come to us. Now, while we're waiting for the position to come to us, if you want to make money in between, fine, buy Apple today. Our members bought Apple today, but not as an investment, not as a position trade, not where we're going to be in 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. They bought a stock where they're going to be in for 1 day, maybe 2 days, because you're buying against trend. Look, all I can tell you is we have one hell of a problem. We have a massive inflation bomb. This crash is not over yet, okay? And the key is the stock market stalled in November. Don't you understand that? It stocked in November. Big tech stocks are having a major problem. Bank stocks are really having a problem. You tell me a bank stock, Bank of America, Wells Fargo can't go up when yields are at 200 basis point, 211 basis point? If you're talking, if you're talking they were at, 85 basis points, I get it, okay? But we're not at 85 basis points. We're at 211. That's like green light, go. But it's not happening. Why? Because we have too much inflation. When you have inflation, it's a killer. See, the problem we have is this. Joe, he's not very bright. I'm not just saying that to be mean. Anybody in Washington, insiders that have been there for years, you know, he's not a bright guy. He's actually a dope, okay? And he doesn't know much. He knows nothing about how the economy works. He doesn't understand what inflation is. Remember, this guy's been a glad hander. He's been a politician. Remember how he makes his money? Selling his name, selling influence, okay? He never made money from a job. He doesn't know what's good. He doesn't know what's good for the market, what's not good for the economy. He has no idea. He's never had a real job. He's never created a small business. Boy, when you create a small business or you create something, you get a bigger experience than going to Harvard. Really. Now, under Joe, in just 7 months, the money supply he printed increased by a historic 336%. Do you know what that means? That's why when the yields are high and the bank stock should have went up 10, 15% today, they're not moving. There's the reason right there. See, there's the reason. The money supply increased by 336%. That's inflationary. He had the Fed print more money than the goods that were available. Who does that? He had the Fed print more money than goods were available to purchase. So demand was 4 times what products were available. He calls that inflation. If you're going to print money, massive money, and you got this pile of money now, and He sent everybody home. He's going to send them checks. Remember, he wanted to disincentivize work. Just stay home. Stay home. We're socialists. Stay home. And so nobody's there at the factories to produce. So when you have this big demand and there's nobody producing, prices go through the roof. He did that. Putin didn't do that. Putin wasn't around, and it was June 2000 or January 2020, 2021. He wasn't around. And now you're suffering the consequence of what he did. Remember, Joe, he created this massive inflation. And it's not 7.9%, it's 15%. And when government spends more money than it takes in, it's called a deficit. It's a deficit, Joe. It's a deficit. Deficits are killers. And when you have deficits, what he done and what's killing this economy, when you got to pay for them. So what does he do? He goes in and says, all right, let's sell treasuries to pay for the deficit. Well, there's a problem with that, Joe, because people who have savings in the bank are going to take the savings out of the bank and buy treasuries. Now, the startup business, the middle class who does startup businesses, which is the backbone of our country, when they go to the bank, they can't get a decent loan because they're crowded out by you, Joe. You had them buying treasuries. And now there's not enough available money at the bank to create a new business. So please join my gang free tonight for 10 days. And we tell you to buy, you buy. We tell you to sell, you sell. We tell you to run like hell, you run like hell. And we'll be right.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network.